Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's show. I'm Mike Lockhart, the head honcho developer, designer, whatchamacallit thingamabobs over here at Medaverse Studios. And welcome to our weekly little show that we do here over at Medaverse Studios, where we just kind of kick back, give you guys an update of what's been happening over here with our upcoming game, and answer questions, talk with you, the community, and kind of give you an idea of what goes on behind the scenes as we work on Project Artificial Legacy. Or at least that's what we're currently calling it. We like the name, but still, I mean, maybe one, if we will or will not keep the name, we don't know yet. It's still a little early to tell. You know how it is. Sometimes like you get to the finish line and decide to change it up. But as it is right now, that is the name of the game. So, yeah, we're going to jump right on in. So, last week we actually officially wrapped up doing the initial, getting the initial map done. We got through, connected up all the loose ends, worked. This is something we've been working on for probably the last month and a half. We've filled in all the little nooks and crannies, got all the all the pipes and conduits connected. Something we really didn't have to do, but it just makes me feel better that we actually have it done. We still have a few sections that need work. This little maze area here still is a work in progress. We haven't really decided what we're going to do in that area yet. We definitely have areas where we need more things to go up and down, round and around. I would like this section here. I would like to actually kind of, for some reason, when we were designing stuff, we played around with this here. I really like it. I want to implement it in other areas, so we're going to probably get around to doing that soon. We have all the lava sections working properly, though we do need to add in something where it will kill you, destroy your character as soon as you hit, and then maybe restart the game. Not sure what we're going to do yet with that. Don't know how actually we're going to handle death in this game yet. In general, are we just going to have it just kind of like restart you back at the beginning of the game? I mean, this is a large map, so are we going to have checkpoints, things like that? We haven't really decided on something like that yet. We just need to kind of go through, look at what other games of that time did. Since there is no save states, having save points doesn't really make a lot of sense. So most likely what we're probably going to do is that if you die, game over, start again at ground zero. A lot of games did that back in the NES days. If my memory serves me correctly, Metroid did that. I know Mario, once you died, you started over. You no restarting at this point where you last died. I mean, so once you were out of lives, you were out. Game over. So we'll probably do something very similar with this game. We just haven't decided exactly what we want to do. As I said, we are probably leaning towards the when you die, you're dead. Lava could definitely be something where it could be an insta kill, or we might have it just kind of keep ticking away at your life until it's zero and then you die. Probably do that. That most likely is what we're going to do, because don't want to be that punishing where it hit lava and it's instant death. So but yeah, so that was what we did. Over the week I was able to tweak a few things. I will show you, just 'cause it's kind of better to show than just to continue telling. So let's fire up the game. We also kind of got the interface to look a little cleaner. Characters moving well. We redesigned the buildings in the background to have more of. We keep messing around with it. Trying to get that real nice building look to it. Keep playing around with it. I think it's starting to look a lot more better. But here's the big thing. So hearts. These aren't actually hearts. These are actually representing coins. We don't have a coin sprite right now. That's something else we got to create. But these hearts are placeholders. But now when you hit them, we got a point system. Our point system is implemented now. As I said, those little hearts are representing coins or whatever, diamonds, something. We'll do some type of single point collectible that you'll be able to gather throughout this whole game. Um, Another thing, I don't know if you can really see it. We have this little thing here, which represents a 10-point item for collecting. So we now have not only 1 point, 10 point, and then ahead of us we have the different elements for power-ups for your weapon. Boom, boom, boom. They all give you 100 points each. Might bump that up to like 1,000 points each, but we now have it so multiple different types of items, different point values for those items for collecting. Point collecting is kind of going to be a big thing. I mean, not a lot of people realize like things like Mario Brothers has a point system in it, and that, I mean, you see it, but you don't really care about it for the most part. A lot of people just yeah, for a lot of people it's not a big deal, but we look at it as kind of that item that will allow people kind of add that replay value. It's like how many points in how little amount of time can you get. One element that we're also currently working on implementing will be that in the background there'll be a ticking timer. You don't see it, but the idea is we have timed it. Well, we've done one rough time thing, and we found that it takes, oh, what was it? I think like an hour and 45 minutes. No, an hour and 45 minutes. I don't remember anymore. Have to go back to the previous video. Actually, it might be like 45 minutes. Sorry, not an hour. For about 45 minutes to get through the whole entire map. So what we're thinking of implementing is in the back end there'll be a ticking timer from when you start the game, and if you can complete the whole game within I know an hour and a half maybe, you get like massive bonus points that adds to your score. If it takes you longer, the thing starts ticking down, and the longer it takes you, the fewer points you get, until maybe something around like the, I don't know, 3 hour mark. If you've been playing, well, actually I take it back. It probably won't be like 3 hours, because in the end we want this game to probably last at least 8 hours to play throughout this whole entire game on a speedrun type, or maybe not a speedrun, but to play through it all, we want to make it at least probably 8 hours to collect all the items and everything, get all the power-ups and defeat all the everything to like 100% the game. Maybe make it a 12-hour game or something. So the idea would be like, hey, if you can beat this game once it hits like the 5 hour mark or 4 hour mark, depending on what we find is the optimal time for us to beat the game, that will be the point where the timer will start ticking and points will start falling off this imaginary, this behind the scenes point value. And once you hit like the 10-hour mark, it will be 0 and there will be no bonus points whatsoever. So this will just be something to help kind of like promote getting through the game as fast as possible, because the faster you get through it, the more points you get. So we're currently working on that, trying to set up a proper timer and so we'll be going through implementing something like that, along with adding point values to different enemies, to bosses, all these wonderful things where all the characters will get different point values so that you can gain as much points as possible. Oh, look, there is a bad pipe sprite right there. I'll have to go through and fix that at some point. I also think we need to work on her animation. Her walking is a little off, I think. Oh, there's another pipe right there. Huh. But yeah, so we've been starting to slowly add more stuff behind the scenes. The camera's still a little wonky. We got to work on that still. That's going to be a big thing that will eventually get taken care of. Just hasn't been yet. But the collectibles was kind of a big thing. I'm really happy that we got it in now. And it's going to look awesome once we now have that element where it's like, okay, now you have another goal on top of just trying to complete the map. is that you want to get as high a score as possible. So these are the little things, and as we keep building out and building out, we're gonna keep adding more and more little things. I mean, the game is finally starting to come together. We now have another element that just makes it more of a real game, and not just a cute little map that you get to run around. So anyway, oh, actually, there was one other item that we implemented. Um, you didn't notice, we actually have an 8-bit font in here now. We're no longer, well, these hearts still need updated. We finally switched out, I think it was Roboto for a public domain 8-bit font. Figured instead of creating our own font, might as well just grab one that's available out there that looks exactly like what you had seen back in that day. So we got that element added in too now, so we are one giant step closer to everything being put together. And see, there's the font there. So yeah. So anyway, so that has been everything that we have been working on this week. Always little bits here and there whenever I get some free time, putting more and more polish on this game. So tonight we are going to continue. We're just going to continue working on the map. We'll go in, maybe work on designing a coin or some type of collectible item for the to replace the heart, because we do have heart power ups, I believe, right? I believe so. Let's see. Do I? Blueprints, collectibles. Yes, health items. We have 2 different health items. So we have a health pack and some food. So, but we gotta actually attach values to those too. So, but I'm not gonna really do that during the show because that's really boring. Just adding in those things, but we probably might go into the wow, I am spacing. Might go into our pixel editor, create a coin possibly. I don't know yet. I mean, for now, if we just want to place these hearts around as collectible items, that works too. Because once I go in and update the sprite, it'll update it everywhere. So, but yeah, tonight I really just want to start adding more stuff like this into the map. As I said, it's just we got lots of areas that are just bland. They're just flat areas. And while that was good for kind of just seeing how long the map was, it's time to amp it up, get the game to run longer. And going through stuff like this adds time. And so that is what we'll be doing today. So we are going to switch over to the other screen mode. There we go. And that's what we're going to start working on. So yeah, feel free to hit me up on any of the chats if you have any questions. Otherwise, just kick back, relax, and enjoy. So one of the first things we're going to do is we're still in the process of eliminating a lot of these extra sprites that we decided to get rid of. Doing what we can to free up whatever little space we can. I mean, file size is still a big thing in this game. Now, while for us personally, oh, this one wasn't even loaded. That's why I'm not seeing it. I mean, the NES had limited sprite capability. Believe. And you could rotate them to a certain extent, if I recall correctly. I mean, you can flip them. So, I mean, you didn't have to have like complete pieces like how we have the pipe. I mean, you could rotate them a little bit. You could do some elements to them. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at some stuff here. It's just trying to figure out to what extent you had as an options. And yeah, you pretty much you only needed certain basic pieces to build things. So yeah, I always like to confirm my suspicions before just continue working on stuff and saying, hey, yeah, you could do that, and then find out, oh wait, we couldn't do that because that actually bit us in the butt when we were working on stuff. We thought we could handle things with like drop shadows and stuff, and come to find out, no, we couldn't. Yeah, I'm just going through right now looking for see if I see any other rogue polygons, which I am not. I mean, except for these brown ones here, but they're not the same extent as those pink ones with pink X's and stripes on. Those are actually an indication that those need to be updated. So, okay. I like keeping some straight paths, but I want to get rid of a lot of them. So let's work with here first. So we're going to I'm going to put a separate layer so we can figure out how we want to handle this first. Big box. Now we can just go through, erase that. And this way, by not actually messing around with the other layer, we can design this stuff first. Oops. Probably that you do is go something just like this. I mean, we're still missing things like puzzles that will open up areas. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we're still early on in development on. The nice thing is a lot of stuff that we're still currently implementing in um, programming wise is going to get a lot of it's going to get recycled later on in the next game. So, so let's see. Actually, let's move you. That now, if we wanted to, see, we got to go in through and here and extend that area too. Oops. Oops, I did not want to do that. Could do. Let's right there. Okay. Excuse me. Should we want to? We could do. Let's make them big enough so. Shoot. So just make it bit just small enough that it's not gonna. Just so you can't accidentally fall in. See, this is what's something bugging me here is the fact that. Keep the theme consistent. Perfect. Just put right there. Yeah, I screwed that up. Do-do-do-do. One over. I just don't want to issue where the character gets stuck. Don't think I can make that jump. Problem with that. I gotta keep those in mind too. That's the height limit. should probably do is grab our hero, bring her over here. Test this area out. Make sure it's playable. Like that. The fact that I can't. So right there, we have a mistake. So that we got fixed there. It's not a huge issue though. What we can just do is grab this. You know what? Better idea. Now let's try that. Of course, it's gonna work. But we get in here. Grab. Okay. Oh. Okay. So we now know that section. Okay. So. So. Okay. That will prevent you from falling in. Yes, we have nothing over there. Yeah, got it. Fine. There's fine. There, you gotta worry about. Come on, geesh. Yeah, see, this is one thing I was concerned about is getting up to that height. But that's an easy peasy fix. Playable now. Get it out of that fine. Hmm. I like that. So let's take. Okay. Ah, so close. Way off. Almost. Bingo. This one. Oh, we don't even have the shadows added yet, too. We got to go back and do that, too. A lot of elements have to be added in still. Oh, I am. That's why. Oh, almost. But I can just do that. Okay. There we go. Oh, now we just gotta do the rest of the block. Yeah, that portion is done. As I said, we forgot to add in shadows. We gotta go back in. And take the eraser and one. Yeah, shoot. Well, yeah. Oops. Go. And last but not least, make sure I correctly got the backgrounds here. Okay, so we now have a new section here. That's a little fix up still. Good. Save all. Mm. Figured right off the bat, I want this here at the end. Good starting point. Dang it. Do, 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 bum, bum. You know what? Hmm. I think our hero is taller than. Oh no, she's two, so she should be fine actually. Hmm. So we're a little bit so I can kind of. Hmm. Oops. Let's try this guy out. Yeah, screw